Good morning, Bloom Trojans. This is the Tuesday show coming up on today's edition of BloomScene. Registration is underway. I'm your host, Dorian Hayes. On activities, we have Xavier Martin, and on sports, we have Cortez Jefferson. It is Tuesday, November 18, 2025, and you are watching BloomScene. Now for our top story. Registration for next year's classes have begun. Are you looking for a fun elective that teaches you hands-on skills and encourages creativity? You should join broadcasting class. To learn more, here is an interview with broadcasting teacher Mr. Cook from a few years ago.
I'm Mr. Cook. Well, I'm an English teacher. I've taught just about every grade, but I'm also the teacher of broadcasting, where we produce BloomScene. Well, interestingly enough, I was a student in broadcasting when I went to Bloom High School, graduated in 1997, and I was in a class with Mr. Bob Eskew, and he was the original broadcasting teacher. When he retired, we had been talking about it, and he recommended me for the job, and I've been doing it ever since, over 10 years now. You know, I think back then I was really just concerned. When I first started, I was just concerned with, can we get this show off the ground? Whereas over the years, I feel like I've tried to increase the professionalism of the production, get better and more advanced equipment for the students to use, focus on film techniques and broadcast journalism in a way that I hadn't earlier on. Absolutely. It gives you some confidence to have to be on camera and speak to people, and you can't necessarily see their reaction. But even working behind the camera, you have to kind of get comfortable talking to people that maybe you've never met before and find that way to kind of get them out of their shell. So I think in interpersonal relationships and just kind of how I am able to present myself and communicate with people, I think it's improved a lot. I think the hardest part is that it's not a traditional class, and so it's hard to create activities that all the students can do every day, since some are taping, some are editing, some are out in the halls doing special projects. And so trying to coordinate all that does take up a lot of my time, not just during class, but outside of class. I would recommend it to a student because it's different than other classes. It gives you an opportunity to be creative, to produce things that you think are interesting. And like I said earlier, a chance to kind of boost your self-confidence, get more comfortable talking to people. And it also gives you kind of a greater appreciation for videos and film when you start to learn those techniques.
Here is your growth mindset quote for the month of November. Your body tells you when it's stressed. However, stress is a signal, not a stop sign. Breathe, reset, and move forward as you continue to lean into your growth mindset. Last week, we announced a new partnership with Lear Hammond, the makers of Ford car seats. For the 2025-2026 school year, through this exciting collaboration, selected students will travel to Lear once a month to gain hands-on experience and insight into the manufacturing industry. Students will learn valuable workplace skills and explore real-world careers opportunities. This partnership represents another step in preparing our Bloom students for success beyond graduation. That's it for our announcement. Let's go to Xavier with their activities.
Thanks, Dorian. Our top activity story is the fall play Bloom Drama proudly presents Disney's Frozen in the Workman Auditorium. Shows are Tuesday, November 20th, Friday, November 21st, and Saturday, November 22nd at 7 p.m. with a main team at 2 p.m. on Saturday. The Ladies in Progress Socks Drive continues through December 5th. Ladies in Progress is collecting new socks for the homeless this season. All sizes are welcome, infants, toddlers, men, and women. There are drop-off locations at the Trojan Head and Office 219. Help us warm our hearts and feet this winter by donating a new pair of socks. Every contribution makes a difference. The Scholastic Bowl team heads to their next competition at Bloom Trail tomorrow. Wednesday, November 19th, meet in Mr. Cook's room after school. The bus will leave around 3:30. You must have a signed permission slip to attend. That is it for activities. Now let's go to Cortez with sports.
Hi, my name is Cortez, and I'll be doing your sports. And good morning. I got two jokes for y'all. All right. The first one.
Sure.
What kind of suits do lawyers wear?
Quite so.
They wear lawsuits.
Yeah.
You get it? Lawsuit. You get it? All right. Look, the second one, right? All right, look. Don't cut it.
Oh my God.
All right. The second one.
I ain't on this.
What did the horse say when it fell and couldn't get up? It couldn't. No. It couldn't giddy up. Thanks to Xavier. The boys bowling team faces TF South away tomorrow on Thursday. They face Rich Township at home. Girls bowling season begins after Thanksgiving. Don't forget, winter soccer conditioning continues through February. Softball's open gym still being held as see or email Coach Schultz for any further questions. Girl basketball begins their season tomorrow, Wednesday, November 19th against Brooks. They play Champaign on Thursday, November 20th. The boys' basketball season begins next week with the Chicago Heights Classic. That's it for sports. Let's take it back to Dorian.
Before we go, remember that tomorrow is a late start. BloomScene will return this Thursday. As the BloomScene teachers, email your announcements to Mr. Cook. We will see you here again.